Let's talk about the Mets and the amazing run that they're on to try and squeak into the playoffs. And, of course, we're going to break down the Philly series with Mets content creator Tyler Ward. But you guys know him as Wardy. Welcome to the Big Apple, my man.
Thank you so much. Very excited to be here. Really appreciate the invite, Brandon. And this is a full circle moment for me, and my viewers know that too. So
well,
really
I know you got to be here to go to Citi Field tonight, because you for darn sure didn't come just to see me and come to the studio.
I came for both, Brandon. The same way you're going to that zoo later tonight too. It's going to be a blast.
Talk to me nice. Absolutely love it. Let's talk baseball. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. So the Mets bats Thursday night. 4 home runs. The bats have come alive as of recently. Do you think they have enough in terms of offense to win not only this series, but to get them into the playoffs?
Even without Francisco Lindor, I think it's an understatement. Okay. Truly. They've scored a team high for the first time in their history. 3 straight games with a total of, 30 runs. We're looking at 10 runs in back-to-back-to-back games for the first time for the Amazons here. The home run heroics from guys like Pete Alonso, WardyNYM, Mark Vientos, Francisco Alvarez, even Luisangel Acuna, which no one expected. Things are riding high in Mets land right now, to say the least.
Yeah, the rookie's looking good. 16-4 in the last 20. Ain't it a great day to be an Amazing, man? But I want to ask you, because now we're getting closer to playoff baseball. It's all about the details. Who do you think needs to make the most out of their upcoming at-bats?
JD Martinez.
Okay.
Without question, it's JD Martinez, because JD, the big problem for him, he had himself a hitless series against the Phillies, was barreling the baseball beautifully, had a lot of exit velos well beyond 100 miles per hour. Yep. They just weren't falling. And now, as we transferred into the Washington Nationals series, he couldn't hit a lick then. He hasn't hit a lick yet. He's pretty much over his last 26 to 30 or so. So JD Martinez, a grizzled veteran, that's the guy we want to step up. But a guy who's been stepping up is Luisangel Acuna. I mean, I simply cannot get over this kid and everything that he has done over the past couple games since making his MLB debut. You cannot ask for anything better. Home run heroics, triples heroics, elite defense, stealing bags. Seriously, Luisangel Acuna, knowing that Lindor does not have a timetable to return right now, he's going to continue to step up, and I fully expect that to be the case in the coming game.
So, no Lindor. You just named 2 Robins. I thought you were going to name Batman, Polar Bear Pete, with not only with him being a leader on this team, but up for a big payday in the offseason. Why not him? Polar Bear has been kind of quiet throughout the years. The bat's coming along now. But don't you think that the success of this team kind of relies more on Polar Bear Pete?
Oh, absolutely. Because when we look at Pete Alonso, and we have to go back to that team meeting just a couple of days ago, Monday pregame, he spoke to the team and he said how he really wanted to win with the boys, with this club, not knowing what his future certainty was going to be. Since then, he's hit not 1 but 2 massive home runs for the Mets, a 3-run shot, a towering opposite field shot yesterday. He looks locked in, but the Mets need more consistency from Alonso the rest of the way, especially without Francisco Lindor.
When you say win 1 with the boys, the former athlete in me, that's translation for I'm out of here next year, fellas. Let's win 1 for the Gipper. Let's switch it over to the pitching, man. Paul Blackburn, Kodai Senga is out. He may be back next week, but Christian Scott is also out as well. If you're Carlos Mendoza, are you making any changes or any adjustments to the rotation of the bullpen?
Right now, no. You continue to do what you're doing. Right. The only adjustments that the Mets are going to make is next week when they have the return of someone such as Kodai Senga.
Okay.
In the meantime, though, with Shaman leading the way, David Pearson, everyone else involved in that rotation right now, things are looking great in Queens.
How do you handle Kodai's return? You throw him in there against the Atlanta Braves in some must-win games, or do you kind of ease him back?
Oh, you throw him in there right away.
Throw him in there right away? What?
Yes.
The he's pitched 5 innings the entire year.
And those 5 innings he pitched, he struck out 9 Atlanta Braves before he went down with injury. The guy's the best pitcher in the Mets organization right now. He's going to be pitching this weekend at least 1 inning to AAA, and then he'll be back next week. Even if it's for a couple innings, just a couple innings of Kodai Senga and that ghost fork is the best thing that the Mets could ask for.
So, as of right now, who's the most reliable starter and who's the most reliable reliever?
Great question. A reliable starter has to be the Simone Southpaw and Shaman, right? Okay, yeah. This guy, going over his past 16, 17 starts, has an ERA just over 2. This is a guy that wasn't even a full-fledged starter heading into the season, was toyed as a reliever and a starter with previous organizations. He has really found himself greatly, changing his arm slot. That changeup has looked great, really having heavy influence from a guy like Chris Sale there, who's dominating with the Atlanta Braves this year. Shaman has been that guy, and he will continue to be that guy for this Mets team.
All right, what are we at? Like under 10 games left for the remainder of the season. I like to role play around here. You can be Carlos Mendoza. I'll be the team. Talk to me, like in coaches talk. How do we get into the playoffs?
All right, boys, listen up. We got ourselves 9 games left this season. It is up to you to control your destiny. What are you going to do about it? Everyone wrote you off when you were 11 games below 500 and you took it day by day. Continue to take it day by day. JD, I want to see that bat swinging better. You know it. We all know it. When I look at Pete Alonso, continue to do what you've been doing as of late, finally looking locked in. WardyNYM, more like Brandon Hemo. That's what we got to see. And Francisco El Tro Alvarez, our catcher, he finally found power behind that swing. Who would have thought? It's almost like he's one of the best power-hitting catchers in the game today. Add that, and then all the other great pieces the Mets have right now, they're going to be locked and loaded. So my call to all you boys, get the job done, take it day by day, and you're going to find yourself in postseason play.
I don't know who you were thinking of being for Halloween, but you have to be Carlos Mendoza. That's what we call method acting.
There you go.
In Hollywood, man. I mean, the people already know where they can find you, but tell the newcomers, the people who may be new to you just now, Tyler Ward, not Carlos Mendoza. Tell them where they can find you.
Oh, Brandon, thank you so much again. Really appreciate the opportunity. You guys can find me on YouTube at WardyNYM, the largest Mets platform that we have there for individual content creator. You guys can check me out also wherever you get your audio podcasts. I do post-game coverage after every game. Everything regarding the Mets, we're talking about to an absolute T, which has led us to now this great opportunity.
Absolutely.
So, Brandon,
Absolutely.
a pleasure, my friend. I look forward to doing this again.
Yeah, man, come on back and visit me, man. Come on back and visit me.
Absolutely. We'll make it happen.
If there's a Mets game going down at the same time, then, you know, I'll feel all right. But
We'll make it happen.
Thanks for coming in, man.
I appreciate it.